Bring the lights down low, time to start the show. Lights, camera, you know what we mean. Behold the magic of the silver screen. Some movies rock, some movies shock. They're powerful or odd. We cover them all on your favorite pod. They're dramatic, funny, sometimes scary. That's not weird, that's extraordinary. I got the need and I've got a fever. So play me a little dream weaver. Life moves pretty fast. Some will fizzle and some movies last. I understood there would be no math. It's the 30-something movie podcast. Be excellent to each other. Peace out and word to your mother. They're from the best decades. Movie magic that never fades. Lightsabers clash, phasers set to stun. Action-packed from dusk till dawn. We have deep thoughts and questions three. Come share our love of the movies we see. Life moves pretty fast. Some will fizzle and some movies last. I understood there would be no math. It's the 30-something movie podcast.
It's the 30-something movie podcast, and it's tea time, boys and girls. It's time to break out those golf clubs and just whack that thing as hard as you possibly can, because, yeah. Jeffrey, how are you doing?
I'm here. I'm hearing voices and trying not to laugh at the joke that I want to make.
I mean... Hi, Pat. How are you?
I'm good, everybody. How are you doing?
We're doing good. Doing excellent. Another chance to get to talk movies, so always a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, this time around we are talking Happy Gilmore. The classic Adam Sandler golf movie. A step up, maybe a little bit from Billy Madison. Although my daughter did not want to watch this one. I think as I was watching it, she walked through the room and she goes, "Oh, great, another Billy Madison movie." And I was like, no, it's different. I think she stopped for a second and she goes, "No, I don't know if I see how it's different." Like, well, I mean,
Alrighty then.
you got to give it more than like 10 seconds, but you know. But yes, so Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore is our movie this time around. Real quick, we spoil freely here, so if we mention a movie, just hit skip button once or twice, and we should have moved past that point. Make sure you visit our website, 30podcast.com. You can leave us a rating, a voicemail. You can also join us over on Patreon, where we've got a ton of bonus episodes over there for your listening pleasure. And we want to just say thank you to just from the bottom of our hearts to the people over there at Patreon who are donating each and every month just to help us cover some of the costs of doing the show, because we love what we're doing and we love sharing it with all of you. So thank you to our Patreon folks as always. Our very special co-executive producers.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
All right. This one, I think we'll just dive on in. I don't know. I got too many other things to talk about before we jump into the movie. So this was a Valentine's movie, February 16th, 1996. Did anybody go see this with a date?
No.
No.
Would anybody have been willing to take a date to this?
Mm.
If you wanted a second date, probably not. But it came out on February 16th, 1996, rated PG-13, with a runtime of 1 hour and 32 minutes. Director is Dennis Dugan, who did Problem Child and Big Daddy. Writers were Adam Sandler and Tim Herlihy. Sandler did Billy Madison, The Wedding Singer. Herlihy did The Waterboy and Mr. Deeds. Producers on this one were Jack Giaraputo, who did The Wedding Singer and Anger Management, and Robert Simons, who did Billy Madison and Big Daddy. Composer is Mark Mothersbaugh, who did The Lego Movie and Thor Ragnarok. Cinematographer was Arthur Albert, who did Beetlejuice and While You Were Sleeping. Editor was Jeff Gorson, who did The Wedding Singer and Tommy Boy. Production company is Universal Pictures. Budget was $12 million. Box office was about $41 million. Flick Metrics gives it a 63% averaged across a bunch of different sites, and CinemaScore, the people that are being surveyed as they are leaving the movie, they give it a B+. Adam Sandler plays Happy Gilmore. He was in Big Daddy and Uncut Gems. Christopher McDonald was Shooter McGavin. He was in Thelma and Louise and Requiem for a Dream. Julie Bowen played Virginia Venet. She was in Multiplicity and Horrible Bosses. Carl Weathers, who passed in 2024, played Chubbs Peterson. He was in Rocky and Predator. Bob Barker, who passed in 2023, played himself. He was in How to Host a Game Show and Futurama. Alan Covert played Otto. He was in The Wedding Singer and Grandma's Boy. Richard Keel, who passed in 2014, was Mr. Larson. He was in Moonraker and The Longest Yard. Dennis Dugan was Doug Thompson. He was in Problem Child and The Beverly Hillbillies. Joe Flaherty passed in 2024. He was Jack Beard. He was in Back to the Future Part 2 and Stripes. Frances Bay, who passed in 2011, was Happy's grandmother. She was in Arachnophobia and Big Fish. Ben Stiller was Hal L., the nursing home attendant. He was in Zoolander and Meet the Parents. And Kevin Nealon was Gary Potter. He was in Anger Management and Grandma's Boy. And a couple of the fun trivia things in here that I found, that Bob Barker's fight scene with Adam Sandler was mostly improvised, and probably one of the film's most iconic moments. Price is wrong, Bob.
I just keep laughing to myself thinking of different scenes of this movie. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. And then a bunch of others. There's a bunch of professional golfers. That I think Lee Trevino shows up in this movie for a hot second.
In this movie are just awesome.
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
And all the time he just like shake his head.
Yeah. All right. We'll do a quick voiceover, do quick major moments for this one, 10 major moments to kind of sum up the movie, and then we'll dive on into talking about this one, picking out some scenes that we love, and talking about the weird and wackiness that is this movie, as we talk about every Adam Sandler movie. In a world where golf might have rules, but Happy Gilmore does not, Happy must use his hockey skills to conquer the fairways and take down that smug Shooter McGavin to save his grandma's home.
For 400 years, golf has been a gentleman's game. A game of tradition, etiquette, and above all, sportsmanship. Until now.
Y'all ready for this?
Meet Happy Gilmore. He was a hockey player.
That's my puck, baby! Don't you ever touch my puck!
Who was skating on thin ice. But when his grandma needed his help,
Mrs. Gilmore owes the IRS $270,000. We're gonna have to sell the house to someone else.
But she's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old.
he discovered a new talent.
The house is like 400 yards away. That's unbelievable.
Now he's going from the rinks
Step right up, folks. See if you can outdrive the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
to the links.
Where you going with those clubs, punk? I'm your caddy.
He's gonna be on the tour. That's super.
He's got the swing. He's got the drive.
He shoots, he scores!
He's got the balls.
Oh, God, that hurt a little, but I'm all right.
Quite a large and economically diverse crowd here at the Invitational. I guess it's the new tour sensation, Happy Gilmore.
Hey, if I saw myself in clothes like those, I'd have to kick my own ass.
And while he's trying to keep Granny out of the rest home,
I'm telling you, this place is perfect. You're gonna make friends in no time.
Get me out of here!
he's driving the game of golf
Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
straight into the ground.
Damn you people, this is golf!
I'm Bob Barker. Looks like you and I are going to be playing together today.
This guy sucks. All right, let's go.
Universal Pictures presents Adam Sandler
The price is wrong, Bob.
as golf's missing link, Happy Gilmore.
All right. 10 major moments for this one. We meet Happy Gilmore at the beginning, an aspiring hockey player with a cannon of a slap shot, but unfortunately zero skating ability and even less patience. Despite inheriting that monster shot from his late father, Happy's temper and lack of finesse make it very clear the NHL is not calling anytime soon. Everything changes when Happy learns his grandmother owes the IRS $270,000 in back taxes, and she's got 90 days before foreclosure. And Happy, raised by her after his father's death, takes it a little personally. He puts her in a retirement home while he figures out a plan, not realizing it's basically a senior citizen sweatshop. While arguing with movers repossessing his grandfather's old golf clubs, Happy accidentally discovers that his slapshot swing sends a golf ball nearly 400 yards. Naturally, he starts hustling dudes at the driving range, where fate introduces him to former golf legend Chubbs Peterson, who famously lost a hand to an alligator. Chubbs sees some potential and convinces Happy to enter the Waterbury Open, which offers prize money and a PGA Tour spot. Happy couldn't care less about golf culture, he just needs that cash fast. Against all odds and etiquette, Happy wins the Open and earns his tour card. Since tour players need their own caddies, Happy hires Otto, a homeless man he befriends. Happy's massive drives and unhinged behavior turn him into a fan favorite, while traditionalists clutch their pearls. Somewhere in there, Happy also kills the one-eyed alligator that took Chubbs' hand, and because closure is important. I do like the announcers at one point. What a large and economically diverse crowd we have here today.
That was funny. That was funny writing.
Happy's temper, profanity, and complete disregard for golf decorum start causing problems with tour officials. Because TV ratings are exploding, though, the PR executive Virginia steps in, promising to help Happy manage his anger. She succeeds mostly, and the two start a romantic relationship. Enter Shooter McGavin, the smug, sweater-vested villain who sees Happy as a threat to his long-overdue gold jacket. Shooter hires heckler Donald Floyd to throw Happy off his game, leading to distractions, chaos, and eventually the legendary Bob Barker fistfight, earning Happy a fine and a 1-month suspension. Virginia lands Happy a Subway endorsement that finally gives him enough money to buy Grandma's house back. Unfortunately, Shooter outbids him at the auction purely out of spite. A deal is struck. If Happy wins the tour championship, Shooter gives up the house. If not, Happy quits golf forever. Forever. Happy reunites with Chubbs, who helps him conquer his putting woes using miniature golf and gifts him a custom hockey stick putter. In one of the movie's darkest jokes, Happy gives Chubbs the alligator's head as a thank you, startling him so badly that he falls to his death. Oops. At the Tour Championship, Shooter cheats again by having Donald run Happy over with a car. Injured but inspired by Grandma, Happy rallies to force a tie. On the final hole, Shooter sinks a miracle putt, but Happy uses a fallen TV tower, guided by Chubbs' ghost, to sink the winning shot. Shooter tries to steal the jacket, gets mobbed by fans, and Happy finally celebrates with Grandma, Virginia, and Otto. House saved, legend cemented. Those are our 10 major moments, and now it's time for our deeper thoughts. Let's sink the putt and go into our deeper thoughts.
And now, Deep Thoughts.
I have an opinion on this matter.
Don't mince words, Bones. What do you really think?
I like it a lot. Wow. It's very deep. Thank you.
All right. When is the first time you remember seeing this movie? Was this a movie theater movie for you, or did you see it after the fact?
I would have seen it after the fact. And I'm going to say this very carefully because I know it's, I think Adam Sandler's a funny guy, and I just like some of his movies aren't necessarily like I'm finding them really, really like super funny, and so I don't know that like I would have like run right out and seen him in the theater. That being said, I really enjoyed this one, so I'm thinking I probably saw it at some point, in the later years. It was up at school. It would have either been on one of the, cable channels or on-demand movies, or just, hey guys, let's watch Happy Gilmore or something like that. So I would have seen it, when it came to video.
I think I'm probably in the same boat. I know I didn't see it in the theater, but probably when I was away at school.
Mm-hmm.
They were probably running it on a one of the closed circuit channels at school too, so I probably caught it there.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably a Blockbuster rental or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember exactly. I feel like I went to go see this in the theater. Like I feel like maybe I feel like maybe some of us went to go see it at the theater when it came out. I'm trying to remember. Bo, do you remember when the second run movie theater, the Showplace 8? Do you remember when that opened up here in town?
Ooh, I think this would have been before that.
Was this before that? Okay.
But not long before. I mean, you're not far off. I just think it's just far enough.
Yeah. One of the first movies I remember seeing at that movie theater was the X-Files movie, and we're still a couple years away from that, so you might be right. Yeah. But I feel like I remember a group of friends going to see this at the movie theater. So I feel like, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like maybe my first time seeing this might have been at the movie theater. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. And this is kind of a fun one. I mean, I don't know. Let's back up from the movie for just a minute. What is your guys' relationship with the game of golf?
I want to be better at it.
Mm-hmm.
I love being on a golf course. I suck at golf.
Yes.
Well, I believe the correct way to say that is you get your money's worth out of the course.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. That is true.
I enjoy playing mini golf.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy driving golf carts on a golf course, and I enjoy the drink cart when it comes by.
Oh, the drink cart is...
But I do not play real golf because I'm no good at it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got too much of a baseball swing. I just can't figure out the mechanics of a golf swing versus a baseball swing.
I have a lot of patience for a lot of things, and
just the way you led into your statement, Chad, is just making me laugh. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. There was a stretch of time where I was halfway decent at golf. When I was in middle school, when we had moved back from England and lived in Missouri for a year, my grandfather had a membership at the golf course that was there. And so I would, when I think the only sport I played during my 8th grade year was football. Other than that, if it was after school and my grandpa was going to play golf, I a lot of times would go with him, and I'd play with him and his group of older buddies. And so it was me. It was like an 8th grader playing with a bunch of, I think at the time they were mostly maybe 70-year-olds. So about my speed. And I played so much during that year that I actually got pretty decent. And then, inexplicably, at some point after getting pretty decent, there was a long stretch of time where just it left me. Let's put it that way. It just left me. And then I started getting angry at the game of golf because I could not explain why. Like, I had been getting better and better and better, and then all of a sudden I tanked it for probably a good, I don't know, several weeks, maybe even a month. I was just atrocious at the game of golf, and I have no clue why. And kind of from that point on, I don't know. I think I played a couple of times in high school, and when I use the word played, I use that very loosely. I think some buddies on the football team, I think we might have gone out to a couple of the courses around here and quote-unquote played a couple of rounds of golf, but I don't think I've actually played a round of golf since I was a senior in high school. So it's been a bit. And
would you want to go out and play again, or are you just kind of like, nah, no desire at this point?
I don't know that I have too much desire at this point. I enjoy, like you, I enjoy the mini golf. The putting. I've never been terrible at putting, so that I don't think I'd mind that, and I wouldn't even mind like going to a driving range and doing something like that. But the actual playing a round of golf, I don't know that I have too much desire to do that anymore.
Wow. I've gone to the driving range.
Yeah,
I'll do every now and again. In fact, I've gone to the one not too far from school.
Okay.
Up in Greg's Landing, whatever that one is.
Oh, okay.
Back when I was a para and had a little bit more flexibility with my schedule, I'd take during my lunch, I'd drive over there and just hit a bucket real quick.
Oh, nice. I might do that if my classroom hadn't been, if an addition hadn't been added on, and it wasn't like, if I could still like point out towards the street, I could, you know, go out there and like whack a few balls into the apartments across the street. But now there's a wall there, so I guess I can't really do that anymore.
Well, you can. It
Frowned
would just,
upon.
You know.
Yeah, I could go up to the roof.
Practice your short game though out in the courtyard there.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I could do that.
Head back to the course. Practice your putts.
Mm-hmm. I eat pieces of you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of. That was a pretty funny line.
No. Yeah. Patrick, do you play golf?
I did. So my grandfather was really big into golf, and he played a lot. And my brother and I, he kind of got us into it. And whenever we'd spend time with my grandfather, he'd pick us up and he'd take us mini golfing, or he would take us out and we'd go to the driving range and just spend hours there, or he would take us golfing. I remember taking lessons and the whole thing. And that was like middle school, early middle school. And then I remember playing a couple times, and I'd go out with friends and play. I mean, to say I was mediocre at best would probably be kind of inflating it a little bit there. But I always had fun. And, it was, I just, as, I went through high school, what I decided to devote my time to, I never really, got real good at golf, but, I could pull the clubs out and, swing at the ball and occasionally hit it and all of that. I remember at Hawthorne, I don't know if you guys remember, there was they'd go golfing a couple times a year. There was, they had, I want to say on one of the holidays early in the year, there was the tradition that the Hawthorne staff would head out and go golfing. And then the end of the school year was always a golf trip. Do you guys remember any of those, or was that earlier on? I don't know.
I feel like that might have been tapering off around the time I started.
Okay. Yeah. Cause I want to say the first couple of years, that was it. Like everyone headed to the golf course at the end of the year. And it was usually, now it's middle south, middle north, but it used to be the middle school and the junior high. And yeah, you'd whatever you'd sign up for, you'd sign up, you'd play your tee time and all that, or you'd hang out in the clubhouse. And then that was the last day of school. And then, festivities ensued that evening. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I remember having a lot of fun, and you had to be careful who you were partnered up with, because there was a lot of serious golfers on the staff. But luckily I always had a group. The people in my foursome were always very patient and were like coaching me. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know. I always had fun golfing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it feels good when you connect, and then you really, and again, I just never did it enough to be consistent. But no, John, I remember you were saying you played, but man, when you connect and all of a sudden that thing just goes, it's like, wow, that felt good. I don't have enough of a skill set to replicate that every time.
Right.
Oh, you're supposed to hit the ball. I get it.
You're supposed to hit the ball.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Every time you're supposed to hit it.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Got it.
60% of the time it works. Every time.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember a couple times I was in a foursome there with the, and we were moving along, and luckily all the teachers, they were they were older, and so they were kind of like mentors in the teaching world, but they'd coach me and I'd say, guys, I'm not the best. No, it's okay, we'll help you out. And then it would be like, okay, Pat, that's good enough. Why don't you just pick the ball up and we'll just move on to the next tee? Okay, guys, sounds good. Because it was like, it was like a par 3, that we played, and I'm on like shot 165 in the rough, and they're like, yeah, okay, Pat, just pick the ball up. Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll get you a fresh ball.
You've
That's
gotten your
okay.
money's worth.
That's exactly. That was where I learned that line. And they were like, "Yep, that's good. We're kind of holding up the people behind us."
It sounds like you got everybody's money's worth, Pat.
Yeah, I think so. But it was fun. It was fun.
So in this movie, I'm going to go to the question that I know you're probably going to hate the most because there's too many options. Do you have a favorite scene when you think of Happy Gilmore? Do you have a scene that immediately pops into your mind?
The mini golf scene.
Yeah.
Where he goes and wails on the clown. Yeah.
You're going to die.
Right.
There's too many to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It's crazy.
Bob Barker having the cameo, which I don't want to say it. I think it's a little more than a cameo. I mean, we should probably call it a bit part. But having Bob Barker in this, I always thought that was cool because that just seemed to be two different parts of pop culture that you wouldn't think would overlap, but they did. And I always thought that was a lot of fun.
The price is wrong, Bobby.
You know what's driving me crazy? You not getting the ball in the hole.
That's right.
Don't push me, Bob.
Don't push me, Bob. So Pat and I were talking about this movie this morning. And
yeah, Jeff, you brought this up. This is good.
In my mind, there are Adam Sandler movies, and there are movies that Adam Sandler is in. And I feel like this movie in particular is a nice combination of the two. Adam Sandler movies are the ones that are really kind of just like Billy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
What's the devil one? Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, yeah.
Little Nicky. Ugh.
Or even like the football one.
Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Like those are more like Adam Sandler movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of movies that like Wedding Singer would be an example that Adam Sandler is in. Punch Drunk Love is that Adam Sandler is in, not so much an Adam Sandler vehicle. I feel like this one is an Adam Sandler movie, but it doesn't grate the way that other Adam Sandler movies do. So that's why I feel like it's kind of a nice blend of the Adam Sandler style of comedy without it being over the top, ridiculous, in your face, too stupid to be anything but kind of silly. That being said, I really enjoy this movie. Like if I'm flipping through the channels and it's on, I'm done. I'm wherever it's on, wherever it is, I'm picking up the movie from that point. It's just one of those, like, the rewatchability for me is very high. I have no problem watching this movie again and again and again.
And you can pick it up wherever.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where the movie is when you find it. And it's something I'll even, I'll put on sometimes when I'm just like, I'm in the mood for that kind of movie, and I don't have a name for that kind of movie, but I think you guys know what I mean. When you need that kind of movie, this is a great movie to fit that bill.
I love the fact that we have Apollo Creed as the golf mentor in this movie. Apollo Creed with the fake hand.
Yes.
You know, just the entire character of Chubbs and just his whole thing. Just yeah.
I enjoy the guy that pops up all the time that tries to be the distraction.
Jackass!
You stuck, you jackass!
Yeah. And then his Happy's former boss,
Mr. Larson.
Mr. Larson. Yep. Good old Jaws from Moonraker.
That jacket belongs to Mr. Gilmore.
Why, I beg to differ. Mr. Gilmore hit that shot. Just well, good for hell. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Then Christopher McDonald as Shooter McGavin he's just so great.
Oh yeah.
He's his character, the character that he creates out of Shooter McGavin is such a great villain in a sports movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like you love to root against him, but you want more of him. He's that entertaining of a character. And really, I mean, you can kind of see his point too. You know, here's a guy that he, clearly grew up watching the golf greats and has dedicated his life to continuing that legacy of classic golf, only to see Happy Gilmore rise to fame and steal the spotlight and turn the game upside down. So I can see where, he might get bothered by that.
Yeah. Did you guys know that the character of Happy Gilmore was actually inspired by one of Adam Sandler's friends?
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So he had a buddy, and this guy actually ended up becoming, I believe, actually became a hockey player, and I want to say he's a hockey coach now. Kyle McDonough was his name. He and Adam Sandler were childhood friends, and they were playing golf one time, and McDonough could drive the ball just so much further than Adam Sandler could, and Adam Sandler said that it was because of I had it written down somewhere. Said it was because of his hockey wrists that gave him more power to drive the ball further. And so that was kind of his inspiration for coming up with the idea for the character of Happy Gilmore. Did you guys ever see Happy Gilmore 2? That one, did that come out last year? I never got a chance to see that one.
I did. It's very fan service, very retread, but it was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't as great as Happy Gilmore, but it was fun.
Okay.
I think Bo put it pretty well when he said it was kind of retread. You kind of get a lot of the same.
Is Shooter
A lot of the
McGavin
same stuff.
Is Shooter McGavin back?
But to Jeff's point earlier, when you're in the mood for that type of movie, now you have two you can go to.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because really,
I didn't. Did you guys? John's question: is Shooter McGavin make a return in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It was fun. Even Donna liked it. She was, it's like, okay.
Yeah. No, and I think just in talking to you guys too, I think this movie just just comes back on that scale that if you have like regular from like normal movie on one side of the scale and the other side is like completely outlandish. I think this one really strikes a better balance with than like when we watched Billy Madison. And, I get where the humor was, but it kind of pushed it so far to one end of the scale there it kind of took me out of it a little bit watching Billy Madison. But this one, just when it starts to go off the rails, just in my taste of what I think is funny, it never really goes that far. And we're talking about Shooter McGavin. I think it's that whole classic, like, to have a great movie, you got to have a great villain, right? And I think that's part of it too. Is they allow the Shooter McGavin character to, you kind of, even though it's a comedy, you're still kind of like, yeah, I'm understanding where he's coming from. He's not just like a mustache twirling bad guy, right? Like he's he's got a
very
reason.
Earnest about his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of lines that are very quotable. I quote a lot of these lines often.
Friends listen to Endless Love alone in the dark.
That's a great one. Go to your happy place. Are you too good for your home? Why don't you just go to your home?
Monthly, that gets used.
Oh, Happy learned how to putt. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Somebody's closer.
I do like that when the doctor's talking to him. He's like, you're a little hurt, but nothing serious. Just keep off your feet for a few days. He's like, no, to heck with that. I got to go finish up. Fine, do whatever you like. What would I know? I'm just a doctor.
When he first, the caddy picks up his clubs and he goes after him. What are you doing with this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
No.
Mm-hmm. No.
And it kind of lets itself be a fun take on a sports movie.
The only overlap that I really felt with like a Billy Madison was like the dream sequence stuff when he's imagining things, but at least there's no like weird penguin hallucinations.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's, and again,
Stop
it's like,
looking
it's
at me, Swan.
It's pulling everything like into balance, right? Like I didn't fully understand the penguin thing. I knew I was supposed to laugh, and I probably did in my younger years. Now it's kind of like, okay, not fully understanding that. But this one, right when you think, okay, well, they're just going to take this whatever joke and just go too far, they don't. They keep it.
They keep it grounded enough that it
stays funny.
Yeah, it doesn't take you out of it.
Right.
And even the dream sequence stuff, like as ridiculous as it is still humorous because it's like it's a dream sequence, right? When you envision your happy place, it can be whatever you want it to be that makes you happy.
Yeah, and the Ben, the whole thing with the grandma in the nursing home and Ben Stiller, that was pretty funny too.
You're in my world now, Grandma.
That's right.
Get you a nice warm cup of shut the hell up.
That's right. That's right. This is a special lady. Well, can't take your money, but I can look after her for free or whatever. And then I was like, you're in my world now. You'll get your warm glass of milk when I say so, or whatever. And again, for some of the more over the top stuff, when they're driving in and the one resident jumps on the hood of the car, get me out of here. That was pretty funny too.
And I don't think I had noticed it before. When he tries to pay the orderly, doesn't he give him just like a $1 bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See this special lady over here?
All right, everyone. Arts and crafts time's been extended by 2 hours today.
Got to hit our quotas.
Yeah.
We'll see how you like landscaping, too.
This guy spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff.
Do you think, okay, so with that line in mind, do you think this movie is too much of a product of its time? Or is there going to be a longevity to this movie.
No, I think you can still watch that today. I mean, I think.
Well, I know, like, we can.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the challenge, isn't it? Because when people stop knowing who Bob Barker is,
Yeah.
When David Hasselhoff is who, it is very referential, and that might be the thing that helps Happy Gilmore 2 is the references get updated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it's as extreme as when we did Naked Gun 2.5, right? A couple of years back.
I don't know that anything's quite that extreme, but yeah.
But even like the references, there was so much that was like, oh man, this is just a thing of its time. Like there's that. I mean, like I feel like, okay, who's this Bob Barker guy? And it's real easy to like look that up and realize, oh, it was a famous game show personality that just, that was shocking that they would appear in this kind of a movie, right? Like I think it does. And partly I'm biased just because I know that a lot of students were talking about Happy Gilmore, and one of my daughter's friends is a big Happy Gilmore fan and was like, yeah, the next, told my daughter, like, the next time you sleep over, we're watching Happy Gilmore. And I think it was something that they shared with their parents, right? Because, her dad was a big Happy Gilmore fan. And so I don't know. I think it can hold up with the kids and younger generations.
I hope so. I'm glad to hear that that you have an awareness of a younger generation that's into this movie. Because as I started thinking about some of these lines that are so specific, like such a specific reference, like would that be enough to push people out of it?
Yeah. What other lines? I mean, obviously the Bob Barker character, and then what was the other one we mentioned that seemed to be of its time?
The David Hasselhoff line.
Yeah, the David Hasselhoff line.
And not that it's a throwaway, but also like the references to the Sizzler.
Yeah.
Because like there was a time when Sizzler was a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think there's enough other stuff in this movie that it's not totally reliant on those references. And I think kids will either research or ask, or, hey, I don't fully get it. Or, someone in the room that does get it will be like, well, look over and be like, do you know why that's funny? It's like, I don't know why that's funny. Well, here's why it's funny. I mean, it's like, I think that, I just think that's the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, I think it doesn't drop too many references. It's not oversaturated with references. We've only mentioned, 3 or 4 of the Grizzly Adams comment. Some of that stuff.
Adams did have a beard.
I mean, I think some of that would be tougher for kids to get, but I think it's one of those that it might just completely fly over their heads. Like, times where we watched movies when we were kids and things were referenced and we were like, haha, they laughed, so I'm laughing too. I don't know what it means, but I laugh too. I think there's just the right amount in this movie that it doesn't overwhelm it. So to your point, yeah, I think it's okay. All right. Is there anything else we want to say about Happy Gilmore before we tee off into the par 3 that is the 3 questions?
I see what you did there.
Well, none of us have played in a while, so I figured I'd keep it at par 3.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
I was trying to be generous. We can chip shot these questions in. All right. Let's tee off. Everybody grab your drivers. It's time for 3 questions.
He asks each traveler 5 questions. 3 questions. 3 questions.
It's impossible to answer.
Impossible because you don't know the answer.
Nobody could answer that question.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, question number 1. Golf, mini golf, or disc golf?
Mini golf.
I also have to choose the mini golf route. I don't know that I've ever played disc golf. It looks fun, but...
Oh, it's a blast.
Okay.
I'm just going to say yes.
Mini golf. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, the disc golf looks fun. Like I think my son has played disc golf quite a bit, but yeah, never actually played it myself.
Oh, that's funny because living where we did, one of the better courses is right there.
Is that the Adler Park one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
and I think
supposed to be a nice one down the street from me too that I've never been to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be averse to trying it sometime. I just have never. And I think John actually has. I don't know if he took them to school with him, but he's got a set of discs that he kind of bought over the years, or somebody gave him some.
My parents played it a lot, but not like true disc golf. They would play frisbee golf.
Yeah.
Out in the woods. Like they'd tie a string around it. They'd make up a course, tie strings around trees and just go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My family was big into cross-country skiing in the wintertime. My mom's family, and my uncle also big into frisbee golf. So he would make a whole thing of it, right? They strapped on the skis and they would go out and do a little bit of both,
Nice.
But that's because they were nuts. And I'm not saying they weren't medicated either.
Well,
That's awesome.
You want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
Jeffrey.
And I feel like.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Jeff needs to answer.
Golf, mini golf, or disc golf?
Mini golf.
Okay.
I mean, you got to beat up a clown every once in a while.
It's true.
It's just sort of part of the game.
I don't need mini golf for that.
That's fair.
This
is making me wish it was warmer because I'm ready to go back to Parking. I haven't played in a while.
It's also one of the reasons Jeff is not allowed back in the Disneyland that's in France anymore.
Well, the clown had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Is Parking
most clowns do?
Is Parking your preferred mini golf place there, Bo?
Preferred, closest to home, easiest to get to. I liked the one they had in Libertyville over here when it was open. Just because it was right around the corner. I actually played. So, if you've ever played Topgolf, which by the way is a lot of fun. We should all go do sometime. They now have, and I am going to have to Google this while I'm telling the story so I get it right. They now have what I can best describe as Topgolf for mini golf.
Oh.
And it is, the closest one I think is Old Orchard. But basically it's a restaurant with drinks and food, but it's also got these mini golf courses. And it's like Topgolf in that, in Topgolf you play games and you hit the certain holes and you get certain points. Well, it's the same thing. If you hit it, you're only hitting the ball once, sometimes twice. Most of the time you're hitting it in a hole and you're getting points based on the trying to get the name of this place because it was so fun. I actually did a vendor sponsored a thing. Putt Shack, it's called.
Putt Shack.
They tend to grow up around malls, it looks like, because there's one in Oakbrook Terrace and there's one in Old Orchard. But I got to tell you, it's a lot of fun.
All right.
We had a blast. And it's it's inside, so you can do it all year and whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I actually think it's been a little while. No, actually, I did play mini golf at Parking not that long ago. But one of the last times I played mini golf, it's been a little while, was when I got a chance to go meet up with the Shirley guys a couple years ago. And we met up in Branson, Missouri. And there was this place called Retromania that we went to. And it was kind of like a bar and restaurant, but the whole thing was 80s themed. And so they had
that sounds like the perfect place for you guys to.
It was absolutely the perfect place because they had video games, they had like movie prop replicas, they had like wax statue figures, and then they had the bar that we sat in for a while. You could sit there, have some food, have some drinks, and they were just constantly playing 80s music videos on the TVs. And there's 80s stuff everywhere. So there was a mini golf course, like a blacklight mini golf course thing in there. And so we had a lot of fun playing mini golf. There were some awkward photos taken next to the Freddie Mercury wax figure. But other than that, it is what it is. And the show must go on. All right, question number 2. What is your favorite movie where someone raises or wins money for a cause?
I had to think about this one a bit, and I'm going to slightly bend the rules, but I think it works.
Okay.
My answer is It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay. That works.
They raise money to save George.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's kind of for a cause. It's not an organized fundraiser in any way, shape, or form. I have a runner-up as well, but I want to hear from you guys first.
Okay.
I'm gonna color outside the lines just a little bit too, but only kind of. But I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna name 2 movies, but they're a 1 and a 2. They're a sequel.
Okay.
Sister Act.
Good choices.
In Sister Act 2, they're raising money for the school. In Sister Act 1, they don't really talk about raising money so much, but she is bringing people into the church, which is raising money in its own way. There's less of a focus on the money, I feel like, in the first movie, but in the second one, like, that is the thing, right? They're raising money for that stuff in the school.
Oh, good pull, man. I like that.
Yeah. Good choices.
And a kick butt soundtrack too. I mean, let's be honest.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Patrick?
If this place becomes a nun bar, I'm out.
Oh, such a good line.
Well, I'm just going to say that my answer is also a musical. So, Jeff, you're going to get excited because I know you're a song and dance man and you're a musical aficionado.
Oh, are you going to steal mine?
Are we going to daily double it?
We might. Go ahead.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Blues Brothers.
Yep. There we go. We daily doubled.
That's not a musical, though.
I could feel your anger. As I was saying that, I could feel your anger.
Use your anger.
It is. Pat, it's not just what he meant to say was it's not just a musical.
It's not just a musical.
It's because of Jake and Elwood, it's a white savior musical.
Oh.
Boy, here we go.
And we're off. No, but my favorite.
So question 3.
Well, no, we got to go to our runner-ups.
Well, I gotta. My answer goes directly to.
That's right, John. Yeah,
it goes directly to the quote from the movie, where it sums up what the movie is all about. Forget it. $5,000, no problem. We'll have it for you in the morning. Let's go, Elwood. No, I will not take your filthy stolen money.
Okay.
Well then, I guess you're really up creek.
Mm-hmm.
I beg your pardon. What'd you say? I offered to help you. You refused to take our money. And then I said, I guess you're really up creek. And then we proceed to get beaten and fall down the stairs.
Yes.
Probably one of my favorite scenes. When Bo mentioned Sister Act, I was like, okay, well, we got to follow that up with another nun movie.
Yes. No, Blues Brothers is just a classic movie that is due for a rewatch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Indeed.
So what were the runner-ups? I want to hear everyone's runner-up.
Yeah.
My runner-up is, again, kind of outside it's not quite a fundraiser, but again, it's trying to do a thing to save an auto parts plant in a small Ohio town. And that would be Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
There you go.
Ah! Tommy sold 250,000 brake pads.
I feel like that's in the same spirit of the question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
Absolutely.
Definitely. My runner-up is Rounders, which is a total guilty pleasure movie. I love watching that movie. I will get sucked into that movie. I don't care where it is. I love watching that movie.
All right. And then question number 3. What is your favorite appearance by a gator in a movie? And I'll even broaden it. You could say it's gator or crocodile.
Oh, wow.
I know that opens up the options, but
That opens up a very specific option.
It does, doesn't it?
that's not an option. This is an option.
That's a knife.
I think then I'd have to go Crocodile Dundee.
Okay. I'm going to go, as a kid, and I'm amazed that this happened twice in both Roger Moore movies, in fact. I got to go with, was it Live and Let Die, where he runs across the group of is it alligators or crocodiles? Probably alligators. Live and Let Die, he runs across like skipping stones, or stepping stones. He runs across the group of alligators. And then I think it was in Octopussy, he has an alligator or crocodile submarine that he's hiding in. So Roger Moore, the master of the alligator crocodile.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with those. Those are mine.
Pat, are you going to go with Temple of Doom and the?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a way you can avoid it. I mean, we've gotten so many good mentions of different films and all that kind of stuff. So,
are there any?
I was going to say, well, and wait a minute. You said
Pat, are there
movie,
Pat, are there any?
Are
there any white or albino alligators in that movie?
Oh God, John.
I don't know, John. I don't know. I don't know, Jeff. We're trying to, or John. I mean,
go ahead.
I'm trying to maintain harmony on the seventh grade team, John, and I feel like.
Oh, believe me, the harmony between Jeff and I is there.
I kind of feel like this is that quantum leap where spoilers, his job is to jump around and make history work. And then he meets that one gal that her job is to jump around to make history not work.
Are you saying?
And I kind of feel like that's what's
You're saying I'm the evil leaper?
I'm not
at the very least a
John.
chaos agent. I mean,
I'm merely saying that I am reminded of that. I'm not judging. Merely observe.
She was.
Did you say
she was definitely a communist, or at the very least, a communist sympathizer?
Did you? I think
you broke Pat with that one.
Yeah. Did you say movies that feature gators or like
Favorite appearance by a gator or crocodile in a movie?
In a movie, okay. Yeah. Then I'll probably have to say Temple of Doom.
Okay.
I'm not... The other ones you mentioned...
that whole bridge scene is outstanding.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to do, John.
No, I wasn't going to do anything else. I was staying quiet.
Exactly. I know what you're trying to do.
I'm not doing anything.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge scene? I missed the reference of the bridge scene. I was with you right up until...
John's just trying to get me going. He's trying to get me going.
Oh.
Fired up.
He's stirring the pot.
I'm giving Pat more room to comment if he wants to comment.
I'm going to start.
Pat doesn't want to comment.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the movie of all movies to feature an animal of this type.
Lake Placid?
Lake Placid. I mean, it has to be said out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But if you want to talk about a real movie that had a crocodile or alligator in it, I am going to point to, and I'm trying to decide which version of this movie, but I'm going to go classic. I'm going to point to the Walt Disney version of Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
I find that crocodile to be amusing and fun.
Absolutely.
You could have said Hook too. I mean, there's always, but I think the Walt Disney version. Yeah.
Now, if you want a classic movie from the 80s, which I think might have started the urban legend that there are alligators in the sewers, movie that is set in Chicago, no less, currently available to watch for free on Tubi, is the movie Alligator from 1980.
Let's be honest, if there are alligators in the sewers, it'll probably be here.
It's in which a pet baby alligator is flushed down a toilet and survives in the city sewers. 12 years later, it is now of mutant size.
Of course.
See, the way I look at it is for an alligator to survive in a sewer, it needs enough rats to feast on.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if anybody wants to check it out, it's free on Tubi. You can check out Alligator from, I think it's like an hour and a half. 1980, Alligator.
Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
There you go. If you love that enough, apparently there is at least one sequel called Alligator 2: The Mutation.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes. And Alligator 3: The Quickening.
The Crappening.
The Crappening. Mm-hmm. And Alligator 4: The Voyage Home, where they go back in time.
To meet the crocodiles?
Yes.
I don't
know.
There was man, it has been forever since I've seen it. But wasn't Burt Reynolds in a movie where he played a character named Gator? Gator McCluskey? I mean, this is like, I'm not. Yeah. You know what? I just found it, and I think I need to go revisit it. Gator is an American. It's a comedy
Sure
film.
enough, Burt Reynolds is Gator. Oh my God! What do we have here?
It is also available to watch on Tubi for free.
This is a film.
Something.
This is a film and a half. Oh, guys, it's 1976.
Oh,
and it is a direct sequel to White Lightning, with Burt Reynolds reprising his role as Bobby Gator McCluskey.
Huh.
76, John. We're in 96, right? So this could be. We could become the.
This could be a Patreon.
Carry the Patreon. We could carry the 150 here.
Yeah.
50.
Even more so, Gator also marked Burt Reynolds' directorial debut.
Oh.
Okay.
This just keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm.
I that has been forever since I've seen this, but I want to say that this movie is something.
I think I agree, and I haven't seen it. Just looking at it makes me think it's something.
Hey, wait a minute. And the music is by Charles Bernstein. Not Leonard. Not Elmore. No, not Elmore. What's the other one's name?
Elmer.
Elmer, thank you. God bless it. The words, late at night words. This is Charles Bernstein. Probably no relation.
Be very, very quiet. I'm whiting music.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And people listen to this.
All right.
I think that's a sign.
It's a sign that we're done.
I think it might be.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to see what I can do to maybe add Gator to the list of movies for this year, because that could be fun.
Burt Reynolds directorial
we
debut.
We might have an empty spot somewhere. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Before we open ourselves up to having talk like this, if I recall, and I'm reviewing the plot, this definitely has 70s sensibilities. I'll just leave it at that.
That's fine.
No, John. I don't know that it necessarily is.
I think what he's trying to say, John, is.
But see, this year we don't have anything like a Damselvis Daughter of Helvis yet, or Tammy and the T-Rex, or we don't have anything like that.
Movies like that don't just grow on trees.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying I'm looking at later in the year, and we've got actually an empty spot. I think I accidentally put a movie in twice in our schedule, so we've got an empty spot in the same month as Black Sheep and Beavis and Butthead Do America. So,
well, that is already quite the month.
I feel like Gator from 1976 could fit nicely.
It could.
I'm gonna tentatively put it in there. We'll say that. And then maybe I'll go watch it on Tubi, and then we'll make some decisions from there.
Tubi.
We'll see how it goes. Well, I think on that note, I think we've answered all the questions we can possibly answer. I think we've veered as far away from Happy Gilmore as we possibly could at this point in the podcast. So I think it is. I think it's time to return to the back nine and maybe finish this round.
Yes.
So, this has been the 30-something movie podcast. We have a lot of really, really fun stuff coming up for the rest of this month. This is the Movies Where Limbs Have Been Severed month. And so far we've had Muppet Treasure Island with the Pirates last time around. We had Happy Gilmore this time. Kingpin is next week. Star Trek First Contact finishes out the month of February for us. Over on Patreon, it is Batman 1966. And then we've got a Patreon short. I haven't nailed down just yet what the Patreon short is going to be for this month, but that'll be coming out. It'll be about 15-minute or so episode on something that I have pulled out of thin air. It won't be Gator because we might save that for later. So, but yeah, good times. All right, gentlemen, as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for playing this round of golf with me.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
All right, everybody, go grab your driving iron and go grab your driver and go out there, hit some balls, and hopefully you can get it under par and not beat the crap out of Bob Barker. Well, he's dead, so I guess that would be an easy win on your part.
Well, he's dead.
So, he's dead, so
yeah.
Hopefully you win that fight.
I feel like you just inadvertently wrote like A Deep Thought by Jack Handey.
I think I did.
I think if you listen back to your sign off right there, I think that was like, yeah, I think that was true poetry.
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, everybody be excellent to each other. Go watch some good movies. Beat the crap out of Bob Barker, and we'll see you back here next time.
Lightsabers clash, phaser set to stun. Action packed from dusk till dawn.